Tullis-Joyce has proved herself as one of the best goalkeepers in the league and one of the main reasons why Manchester United have secured Champions League football for next season and a place in the FA Cup final. So when I got the chance to go and watch her play against Manchester City in the WSL, I thought I had to analyse her warm-up and see what makes her one of the best goalkeepers in the country. And stay tuned to the end of her warm-up to see what she does differently to any other goalkeeper that I've analysed so far. So let's analyse the warm-up of Phallon Tullis-Joyce of Manchester United. As I said, one of the best women's goalkeepers in the UK this year. And it was a big match because Manchester United were facing Manchester City at Old Trafford, and United needed just 1 point in order to secure Champions League qualification for next year. So let's see how she handles a warm-up before one of the biggest games of the season. Now Phallon goes straight in with some handling exercises. She's obviously done her jog, her stretch, her activation, she's warm, she's ready to go, and she goes straight in with some handling. The goalkeeper coach, Ian Wilcock, is clipping some balls from around 12 yards, penalty spot distance, into Phallon's hands. She's rolling it out to Sophia Middleton-Patel, one of the substitute goalkeepers, who's delivering it back to the goalkeeper coach. And she's just concentrating on getting her eye in, her feet in, making sure that she's moving well, the hand-eye coordination's there, and that her footwork is getting her into line of the ball. Now, one thing you'll notice within this warm-up is the goalkeepers and the goalkeeping group is a unit. There's a lot of times when they're working together, there's a lot of times when they're encouraging each other and they're helping each other throughout the warm-up, which before a big match is massively important to know that you've got people backing you up. Phallon then goes into some diving work. So she's working from the middle of the goal, diving to her right-hand side for 3 reps, returning the ball to the goalkeeper coach in between each rep. First rep, she's working from the knees, then back to the middle, little step into a mid-height dive, and again, back to the middle before a volley into a top corner dive. So she's progressing all different levels of a dive, and this is something that I've not seen in many warm-ups so far. The substitute goalkeepers also do the work. So Sophia Middleton-Patel here, who is the Welsh goalkeeper, she's doing the same drills as Phallon, working on her dives, working on her explosiveness in preparation in case she's needed during the game. Phallon then goes into some shots from a little bit further distance. So the goalkeeper coach has taken the ball back to the edge of the box, and the strikes are coming from a variety of different angles. So Ian Wilcock's moving the ball to different parts of the box, different angles that Phallon has to adjust to in order to not only train her shot stopping and warm up her shot stopping before the game, but also to get her angles right, to get her coordination right, and to make sure that she's feeling comfortable within the goal. One thing that you'll notice in this warm-up, again, I like the way that Ian Wilcock, the goalkeeper coach, runs it. It's not always predictable. Sometimes he can hit the rebound, sometimes he can change to a different ball for the serve, just to make sure that the goalkeepers aren't settling into a very common routine and not thinking. He wants to keep them mentally active as well as physically active. So he throws in that variation in order to give the goalkeepers something different to deal with throughout the warm-up. Then it's back to close range stuff, and again, back to dives. So this time it's low dives. So Phallon works from her knees first, and then back to her feet, back to the middle of the goal, and again, back down into the corner for some low saves. The other goalkeeper, Kayla Rendell, also does the work, so all 3 of the Man United goalkeepers are working during the pre-match warm-up. Then it's back to longer distance, and this time, dippers and skimmers from the edge of the box. So different types of volleyed service or skimming along the floor, half volleyed service, in order to get Phallon ready for pickups and any low saves in and around her feet. Again, the goalkeeper coach changes the angle, mixes it up. It's not just straight down the line all the time, but there's a variety of different service. And just like any other goalkeeper, like we've had on the channel so far, some of these shots will go into the goal. It's not about making every single save or everything being perfect. The warm-up is a warm-up. It's there for Phallon to get ready for the game, and you can see she doesn't get hung up on anything that goes in, she doesn't get frustrated. It's straight on to the next rep and preparing herself mentally to perform later on in the match. After that work in the side goal, Phallon then goes into the main goal, and she's working on different types of shots from in and around the box. Now this is something that's common with a lot of goalkeepers. You'll do the beginning of your warm-up away from the main area or the main goal area, but you do want to do some of your shot stopping in the main goal in order to really tune in on your positioning, on your angles, on your footwork within the goal mouth that you're going to be working within during the game. I like this drill because it's progressed from shots from the edge of the box all the way to very close range 1v1 type shots, as you've seen with that last rep. Another thing that you'll notice with Phallon Tullis-Joyce's warm-up is that she does a lot of reps. This is different to other goalkeepers that we've analysed, like Edison or Andrea Onana, who are quite laid back, quite relaxed, take a lot of time between the reps. But Tullis-Joyce puts a lot of reps into her warm-up, and she's very energetic, she's very athletic, she's very powerful, and you can see how that's become a super strength within her game. This is something that I personally can relate to because I like to warm up like this as well. I like to be explosive, I like to be powerful, and every goalkeeper is a little bit different, but you can see that it works for Tullis-Joyce in her warm-up. Again, another shot stopping exercise, a lot of shot stopping exercises in this warm-up, but this time the goalkeeper coach is using the other goalkeepers as a block to take a touch around them and have a disguised shot at goal. Then we move on to some crosses. So the crosses are coming from wide areas. Phallon Tullis-Joyce and Kayla Rendell are also both doing the crossing drills here. Phallon also takes some time to put in a little bit of distribution as well, out to Sophia Middleton-Patel, who's a little bit further down the pitch. But again, as you can see, the goalkeeper coach is varying the types of crosses. It's from different angles, it's different types of deliveries. Some are close, some are further away. And this one, for example, he then jogs to a ball which is really close to the byline, and Phallon Tullis-Joyce has to readjust, make it a cutback situation, adjust her position, and then deal with that shot or that cross from a close range ball. As I said before, I love this variation because it makes Tullis-Joyce think. It makes her have her brain mentally active as well as her body. She's not just going through the motions of a warm-up that she always does. Every delivery is slightly different. Phallon is a very tall goalkeeper, and you can see that this again is another strength in her game. She takes crosses well, she comes and attacks it, and she takes it at a great height. So you can see from the shot stopping and the crosses, she's very athletic, she's very powerful, and she dominates her area. Again, that little variation, a bit of a dummy on a wide cross, and then coming in to have the cutback or the shot, makes Phallon Tullis-Joyce readjust her position. I was surprised by the number of crosses in this warm-up. Phallon probably had more than 10 crosses on each side of the box. And when we watched the game, crosses were a big part of the match. So it shows that they adjust the warm-up based on what is going to be coming during the game. Then we move on to a little bit of distribution, dealing with back passes first and foremost. So the goalkeeper coach passes the ball to Phallon, and it's a first-time strike down the pitch to Sophia Middleton-Patel, who's receiving the pass. Again, the passes are coming from different angles, not just straight on, just to add that little bit of variation. Now this is something that I've never seen before in a pre-match warm-up. Tullis-Joyce goes back to the original goal and takes more strikes. Normally the crosses and the distribution are the end of the warm-up and the goalkeeper will head in and prepare for the game. But you can see that she wants to have more shots, she wants to have more touches of the ball with her hands, just to get herself mentally and physically prepared for the match. She then moves into some 1v1 saves, and I love this drill. A little roll, a little touch from Middleton-Patel, and then she's out to close it down, to make the spread, to make the block, and to train those 1v1s on different angles. You can see that explosiveness and speed and power are a big part of her game, so she wants to make it one of the last things that she does during her warm-up pre-match. Finally, some close range half volleys. So turning in, little half angle, dropping off, and then dealing with that close range strike. Again, all about reactions, all about explosiveness, all about athleticism. And there you can see, again, a great example of the camaraderie and the togetherness of the goalkeeping unit. To finish off, Tullis-Joyce works on some goal kicks. So striking from just to the side of the 6-yard box, and then some side volleys as well. So taking the ball to the edge of the box and striking for distance up the pitch out of her hands. And that's it. down the tunnel and getting prepped, ready for the match. Tullis-Joyce put in a great performance and Man United managed to come away with a 2-2 draw, meaning that they'd secured Champions League qualification for next season. And they'll be looking forward to an FA Cup final too as they face Chelsea later on this month. But you can see why she's one of the best goalkeepers in the WSL and why she's now in contention to be the US national team's #1 goalkeeper amongst some other very talented American goalies. But let us know some more goalies that you'd like us to analyse their warm-ups here on the channel. We've had loads so far, but let us know down in the comments who you'd like to see. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, and we'll speak to you in a bit.